This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. I'm in the Brentwood Centre, joined by Sonny Edwards. Before we talk about the fight, congratulations on the newborn.
Thank you.
What's the name?
Chance Hart Edwards.
Okay. Did you choose that?
No, I agreed though. Look, his name's there. There's Chance on my shorts.
Get that on.
And obviously these were for my Farag fight. These were the second time.
How's it all been, sort of preparing for this fight and having a kid?
If I'm being honest, here comes the excuses now. I'm joking. But, now, do you know what? After my last fight, a Farag fight, I wasn't expecting to box until February, earliest March, really. And then I had 2.5 weeks, you know, doing what boxers do outside the gym. A few nights out, a few too many pizzas. And then my first session back after 2 weeks out, I just came in, had a little fuck about. On the way home, I was going to cinema. And then Anto, I think he's gone out, my manager, Frank wants you to box on 15th of December. Fancy it? I was like, oh, it's about 4.5 weeks. So I said, yeah, of course. Initially against Charlie Hoy was what I was offered.
Right.
Obviously accepted, defending my title. Then the day after, Charlie Hoy didn't want it, so I got offered Granados. And my management was like, oh, that is obviously a very tough fight. He's coming off the back of beating a 16-0 Mexican, Rocky Mex, and before that beating Alison Pacites, who drew against Donny Nietzsche for that, the world version of WBA European. So he's just beaten up. So he was coming to win, do you know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. His record's probably not as tough as he is, do you know what I mean? The Jamie Conlon fight, he had.
Yeah,
he
gave Jamie some problems, didn't he?
He put him down twice in the 7th round, and it was close to getting him out there, but then Jamie weathered the storm and came back. A lot of people was like a bit, you know what I mean? Should he have deserved it? But Conlon obviously got the win, and then moves on from there. So we knew it was going to be tough, and was expecting a tough fight, and I switched off. I think the first round, I don't know how it looked outside the ring. It was the easiest round of my boxing career, I think. He didn't throw nothing, and I was just hitting him. And then in that second round, about, I think, 2 minutes in, threw that right hand over the top, hit me around the back of the head. Wow. Sort of rolled over on my ankle, got up, jumped straight up. I didn't think I was too affected by it. It just sort of, a little flash knockdown, jumped up. The first time I've ever been down in sparring, fighting, amateur pro. You know what I mean? So that was a good bit of experience. I guess a box ticked, as Barry Jones likes to say. But yeah, like, it didn't bother me. You don't go swimming without getting wet. I knew at some point there's a chance I'm going to get put down. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't nothing too heavy. I was moving away from it. It just got my equilibrium off a bit. But I think I got up and carried on to my game plan, and I think I probably won the rest of the round. I think that one judge gave it 99-91, so he must have gave it a 10-9 round. So I must have won it clear enough to, and I think that was on two cards actually. I think John won it.
Okay.
So yeah, it is what it is.
As you said, better to have that experience now rather than later.
Well, yeah, but like I've said, and make it no mistake, me being the young, ambitious fighter I am, I sort of took it before I sort of had a proper conversation with my trainer, Grant, and even though he was like, yeah, confident of beating him, he was like, really, for where we want you to be at this stage in your career, you don't need that hard of a fight right now. Do you know what I mean? But I wanted to tick boxes. I want to show people that I'm here to actually go the distance. You know what I mean? And that is just another step on the ladder. So yeah, we took it, and obviously it worked out. I ended up winning. Had that little blip in the second round, but like I said, I think after 15 seconds of being back on my feet, having a little move around, I was clear-headed again and sort of outboxed him.
Last time I asked Ryan Farag, faultless performance. Apart from that knockdown, just your assessment overall tonight?
I'm very, very critical on myself, and I've always have been. If I get caught with one shot, I feel like it's 5. I think that shot counts as 500. Do you know what I mean? So there's never. Yeah, I won clear. I've got my FaceTime me again. Sorry, mate.
That's right. No, you can get one.
But, and I don't care what level I box at, I feel high enough of myself that any time I touch the canvas, there's a lot more to work on. Because defensively, I'm very, very sound, and I switched off, and then that's what happened. First round, like I said, I felt like I was playing with him, and I thought, oh no, this is a bit easy, this. And obviously, I had the shock when that big right hand came over, and like I said, he carried on to keep throwing that shot further on. But yeah, just business and like. You know what I mean? I've taken big shots before. I've never gone down before, like I said. But in those 8-ounce gloves, you get clipped in the wrong spot, and you know what I mean? You're feeling them more than 14-ounce pillow gloves in sparring.
The rest of the performance was excellent. I think people on BT Sport watching here and ESPN in America would have been impressed by that. So you must be happy with that.
Oh, I haven't had a look at Twitter yet, so we'll see if I'm getting any stick. Paddy Barnes would fucking knock you out. But now, like, I'm going to say it. I think Paddy Barnes would really struggle against Junior Granados. And I don't think that's another fight he won't. Well, actually, Paddy Barnes, and our quote said, I want to fight in March or April a tough fighter, maybe a tough Mexican. Get Granados. Let's have a measuring stick. And I'll ring walk with Granados. What do you reckon? But I think, I don't know what interview it was. It might have been with you, it might have been Boxing Social. I don't know who. But he said that. And I'll find it if you want. But he said he wants a tough Mexican. I think Granados is as tough as a Mexican you're going to get. Very tough, man. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully my stock goes up a little bit. And maybe people now think, well, he got caught, he went down. So maybe I'll be a bit like Amir Khan. People watching me waiting, to really get knocked out or not? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I always enjoy my boxing. These are the nights you enjoy. And yeah, that little blip, obviously I'm not going to say devastated, disappointed in myself. Because I expect perfection for myself. Because I believe the level I can operate at. But then you have, you know what I mean, your greats have been put down early in their career. So, and I think I don't need to be taking these fights at my stage in my career, but I do. And obviously I'm winning clearly. Like, I beat Farag every round. I weren't sure before whether Granados would be a step up from Farag. I think quite clear it was. Not for 90% of the fight, it probably wasn't, but it was just the little bits when he bursted that he was dangerous.
Did you switch off for that moment?
For that fucking moment, of course I did. I didn't wake up until fucking my ass was on the floor. But yeah, like I said, and it's not me sort of trying to be all macho and that. It didn't hurt. You know what I mean? Like I've taken a lot more hurtful punches. It's just the way he clipped me when I watched it back. It caught me like right on the side of the head. I didn't even see it because he was winging in that big right hand, and he was a tough little fucker. So after that, I just sort of waited for it then, because then I knew that's what he was just trying to do. So maybe he threw that shot too early. Maybe if he caught me a few rounds later, he'd had a bit more success. But yeah, he woke me up, and then I think I would like to see the scorecards, but I think I won pretty much it. I think a couple of rounds went against me here and there. I don't really know how though, to be honest. I think maybe that was a bit harsh. But yeah, it's what it is.
We mentioned Paddy Barnes. I've seen him in interviews saying he's just point blank not going to fight you. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I've seen them interviews too, as you can imagine. Yeah, I know he's not going to fight me, but like I said a minute ago, he said, in April I want to fight a tough fighter, Mexican. Fight Granados. Bet you don't. Bet you don't. But yeah, it is what it is with Paddy Barnes. I'll keep banging the drum. You know what I mean? Because it's funny more than anything. Just seeing him get terrorised, and I think every passing week there's more people going, fucking hell, Paddy Barnes, why don't you just fight him and shut him up if you think he's that much of an easy fight? But the truth is he doesn't. That's fair enough, but why doesn't he come out and say that? Thinking, nah, do you know what? What does he offer me? And it's going to be a hard fight for what I've got. But he says I'm a terrible fighter, so here we go.
Alright, just lastly, word on your brother Charlie fighting for the WBC title next week at the O2 against Rosales, obviously, who beat Paddy Barnes out last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a word on that.
Who's coming in?
Shane.
Yeah, the whole team's very confident. Do you know what I mean? He's grown so much since obviously 2 years ago when he lost to Casemiro. I think you can see that in his performance, obviously against Nelson. Obviously you can't compare a Casemiro and a Nelson or a Rosales. But we're very confident that in 7 days we're going to have a world champion in the family, and that's what it's about, to be honest. Hopefully these words don't come and bite me in the arse, but I think Rosales isn't this absolute formidable force that sort of, I know, Paddy Barnes getting knocked out sort of made him to be. You know, Selby beat him quite comfortably, Yafai beat him. Maybe that was a bit too early for him, who knows? But obviously probably because I don't rate Paddy Barnes very high, that win doesn't really stand him in too much stead for me. And when he won the title against Higa, Higa came massively overweight and was still weight drained and lost, you know what I mean? But obviously it's going to be a tough fight. Charlie's... I would personally say, just looking, I think Casemiro was the harder of the world champions because he's just so powerful. And if I can imagine how much harder Casemiro hits than Granados, So that shot Charlie got caught with, fucking hell, how he got up, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But Rosales, yeah, he's a solid fighter. He's a tough fighter, but I think he's going to have to work very hard to win rounds against Charlie. And anyone that knows Charlie from any of his fights before, or just seeing him train, he's got an engine. And if he implements the plan and the skill set, he should be wide up going into the back end of the fight. That's how I call it. And the only thing that's beat him is mindset. And I feel like he's in a very good place. So I feel like that's not going to be a problem. Whereas in the Casemiro fight, he got caught with a big shot in the first round, and from there it was like a rabbit in headlights. And I think that showed. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't trying to engage as much, and he was panicking a bit. And then obviously in the end, Casemiro got to him. But I don't think that's going to happen with Rosales, and I think we're going to have, like I said, a world champion in the family come 22nd of December.
Let's hope so. All right, well done tonight, Sonny. Roll on next week with Charlie, and have a good Christmas.
Cheers.
Yeah, and I'll see you in 2019. Nice one, Sonny. Cheers.